Hi, it's Barry. Welcome back to my channel. I have a complete review for you on the Chicago Planner Conference. Were you wondering about this conference and wondering if it was worth attending? Stay tuned and I'll give you all the details. And the good news for you is that I will be doing a giveaway of some of the swag that I received. And even though I traveled with 2 bags because I knew about this, I still couldn't fit everything to bring it home. The organization for the conference was just unreal. I've been to a larger planner conference before, was no comparison. This conference was so organized and they had us so tied in from the time that we bought our ticket. It was amazing. We were connected through a Facebook group and there were events. There were times to select your workshops in advance. We had an opportunity to select some of the sponsors that we might like to sit at their table. And then that information was used for people's seating assignments. There was a guidebook that was a zillion pages long that was so helpful. So starting out, I decided to go a day early because I love Chicago and I wanted to have some time there. With lots of plane delays on my first day, I did arrive a little later than I was expecting, but I lucked out in running into 3 of the most fabulous women. Cece, who has a personality bigger than you can imagine, Heather, who is a sweetheart, and Janice, who I have so much in common with. These women were my family while I was there. I also had the pleasure of spending time with Heather Richards, who is one of the organizers of the conference, who I have known online over the last 4+ years. And then I got to spend time in person with my cloth and paper family, Ashley, Ryan, Aisha, and the rest of the crew. That was a real treasure. I ran into a number of people that I had known online, which was really fun. And on Saturday of the conference, I met a lot of really nice people at my table, including Rebecca. So when I first got to the hotel and checked in, this is how it started. The room key was provided by Cloth and Paper, and I feel this is the best journal card I've ever received. Isn't that special? On Friday, starting at 5 o'clock, we could check in. And we got this bag. It didn't look like this because it had a lot of stuff in it. It would be too long a video if I showed you everything. And we got this cool badge that we would be wearing to identify ourselves through the conference. So not only was the badge really attractive, but it was very functional. So when you turn it over, it tells you what table you're going to be sitting at on Saturday morning. Those are the sponsor tables. It doesn't tell you who the sponsor is, but we didn't have to run to a table. It was already assigned. It was just so well organized. Our 2 Saturday night workshops were on here, and our 2 Saturday afternoon sessions were on here, so that as you got to those sessions, someone was checking you in. All of these things were done well in advance, and you knew exactly what you were going to be doing before you went to the conference, which was nice. And then see this little pocket that they put on the back? This is the program guide, and it slips right in there so you can have it with you. And it has all of the information that you need, including diagrams of where the vendors were, and the schedule, and then where rooms were that you had to go. Nothing felt overwhelming like when I had been to a large conference before, because it was so well organized. There was a Facebook group set up by the Chicago Planner Conference, and there was so much information, and there were Zoom sessions, all kinds of things, a huge guidebook to let us know what was going on. There were also communications so that we could select our top 12 vendors for the sponsored tables, etc. So when I opened the swag bag, when I got back to my room on Friday night, I couldn't believe it. Another España notebook. This is my favorite one because it's dot grid and it's in the avant-garde black. And now I have another one, which I was going to purchase on Black Friday, but I think I will still be purchasing some more because they're perfect for gifts. So if you aren't familiar with this notebook, let me help you out. It's a spiral, and there are several varieties and several colors for the cover. This one is dot grid, which happens to be my favorite because it lets me do what I want to do in there without interfering. And this is in the CP Petite size, which is 4x6, and it fits perfectly in a CP Petite folio or another A6 folio with no rings. In addition, there were spotlight stickers in Ristrato and spotlight page flags in the palette volume 03. I love these. If you're not familiar, this area here is clear, transparent, and you can write on it with a uni pin pen. Other pens will smear, so you do need an oil-based. But even if you don't write on it, these are great for sticking on a page and then just having the dot hang out a little bit so that you can get to a page easily. I go through a lot of these. At registration, we also got the Villa Beautiful pen. And unfortunately, Tiffany was not there. She's pregnant and traveling was not advisable for her right now. And I was so sad about that because I did see her at a planner conference 4 years ago and I was really hoping to see her again. And here it is in the colors of the conference. Beautiful. I love this as much as I love the pen. I know, it's black. This was really interesting, and I'm sorry that I don't remember which vendor provided this, but it was inside a package of other things, and it just got used immediately once I got it. And what it is very lightweight and very portable set of scissors. So I do have a travel scissor that I use. This one is a little smaller and a little lighter weight. I thought a great place to keep this would be in the pencil pouch that I use for my travel cords, because if I'm traveling, I might need that with me. And I wound up using it all weekend. So a number of the vendors provided stickers and they were in different envelopes. Here's JoJo's. And I had actually purchased some of her stickers before I went to the conference because I set up my planner with those, which you may have seen in another video. I'll link it here. I mean, there were things like clips for your planner. There were things from different shops. Some had discount codes, some had products, some had both. So as I mentioned, we got to include our top 12 choices for sponsor tables. And I lucked out getting at Cloth and Paper's table. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And they had things decorated at the table, you know, and had a nice bottle of water. We had Ashley's favorite cookies from a Chicago bakery. And what we received at our seat, also from Cloth and Paper, was a 2024 planner bundle, and I want to show it to you. So some silver discs in the 1.25. It's all CP Petite, and we've got the 2024 horizontal planner. This is how thick this is, guys, for the CP Petite. So exciting. So with that, we got the covers, so we're able to put the planner together. We got a Today dashboard. We got CP Petite dividers, and they're set up so that there's 6 of them. And we've got the months, January, February, March, April, etc. So exciting. Then we got the dashboards for the months, the vellum dashboards. And of course, we got a to keep folder along with some journal cards. While we were at the sponsor tables in the morning, we exchanged table mate gifts with each other. This is not required, but a lot of people enjoy doing it, and it really was fun to exchange with each other. Also got to exchange with people all weekend long contact cards. And everyone who's doing contact cards just makes up a small contact card with stickers and your name and contact information so that you can remember people that you met while you were there. This was mine, of course, black and white headers to use Monday through Sunday, and then some other headers that I use all the time. And Scribble Sticker Co., of course, helped me out with the design of these. So then we had the speakers on Saturday. The speakers on both Saturday and Sunday were fabulous, very inspiring. And then in the middle of things, all of a sudden there would be a swag drop. And here's a good example from Zebra, a 25 set of mild liners. Nobody could believe this Everybody was in shock. On Saturday afternoon, we had 2 workshops that we had pre-selected. The first one I went to was on digital planning. It's something that I had previously really avoided, and I just thought I should learn more about it. And I definitely did learn. The instructor, who was from Moxie Life, was very good. Before we attended the workshop, we were sent materials to bring on our tablet, and we had to have GoodNotes installed. They provided some stickers and planner and then showed us how to use it. I have a lot of homework to do. LOL. My second workshop was with Ashley and Aisha, Cloth and Paper, and it was on planner foundations. And in advance, we got to say what our planner size was. So let me show you what we got in one of the Cloth and Paper canvas bags. Some page flag, to keep folder, and that also had some journal cards in it. The digital declutter dashboard, and I do have this in 2 planners already, and I'm very excited to get this one because I'll punch it and put it in a 3rd planner. It's very helpful, reminding you things that you should do daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly on your devices. We got the half-page graph notes. We got task delegation inserts. Mine are all in a half letter. That was the size I signed up. Undated horizontal weekly. Those will come in very handy. And some notes. Ashley and Aisha gave us a lot of information, good information, on thinking about things in your planner and organization. And also there was a lot of participation from the people in the workshop on things that they did, which I enjoyed hearing because I did get a few really good ideas there. And I'm skipping a lot of the other stuff that happened. There was a coffee sponsored by Cloth and Paper on Saturday morning. The Friday night workshops were also really interesting, and then there was shopping. And some of the shopping continued on the other days. I did shop with Poi and Hun and got a cute little bag, and what I purchased was a cute little passport size disc notebook. It had dot grid, so I had to do it. And Holly was very nice and also gave a clipboard and an envelope as well as the bag. So on Sunday, the sessions were from 10 to 12, and there were 2 main speakers. There was a swag drop, which included a couple of pins from Kubo and Lucy, and I already did have some of their pins before the conference. Then Moxie Life was incredibly generous. We got an undated planner, and we got a 2023 Reflections notebook. On our table on Sunday morning, this pen was there, and all of us really loved this pen. It came from Hannah Scribbles at Sweet Freckle Designs, and it writes so well. And there were many other pens throughout the weekend. So I only showed you a fraction of the swag today, but I want to talk a little bit just about the idea of going to a planner conference. Even if you're an introvert, it will be a fine experience. I can't say enough positive about this conference. I can't wait to go again next year. And I can't thank the Chicago Planner Conference leadership team enough for providing a fantastic conference. The conference location at the Lowe's Hotel was fabulous. The hotel did a great job, and it's a wonderful, luxurious place to stay. The conference did sell out in 11 minutes this past year. So if it's something that you're thinking of for next year, be sure that you're following them so you know when the sign-ups are and can get the information. You can be sure that I will be posting on my Instagram when I see anything about it. So I do want to send some things. Please let me know in the comments. Have you ever attended Chicago Planner Conference? Would you attend in the future? And out of the small fraction of the swag that I showed you, what was your favorite item? Thanks for tuning in. See you next time around.